What's the deal, gang? Let me make this music lower. It's kind of interesting the way we closed here. What I was looking at earlier. I want to see if we're above a level here. Yeah, maybe not. .4. Yeah, 44.4, so not quite above there. Maybe in the next 5 minutes, but let's do a little breakdown here, gang. All right, so a couple of things as I get into the session. We are going to be looking at a couple of charts. We're going to be looking at GC1 and XAU USD. I'm going to be paying attention to both of them. We will be looking at both charts, trying to see where the similarities lie, where the differences lie, and where we could maybe possibly take advantage. I just want to see some differences and similarities. Here's what might happen, gang. We might be charting on gold, but we might be looking, because gold is just a fuller chart, but we might be looking actually paid for the no delay on TradingView here. or to have like all the market data, but it's still like a 5-second delay for the market. Anyway, what I will be looking at, I want to see how we closed here, if we make sense at all. I think we'll be charting off gold. I think I'll spend a few streams trying to mark up gold and gold and forex and gold and futures here. Close above there. Oh wow, this is interesting. I'm thinking of taking buys up here. I just want to see how this lines up with the futures chart. And it probably doesn't really. Okay, I'm going to get into a buy here right now. And I'm actually going to see how this compares to the futures chart. But I just got in on a buy on that flip, on that bullish flip. I didn't get to do much of a breakdown, but I'm trying to see how things will work here.
Order filled.
There we go. Gang, bear with me. I'm testing out 2 platforms and I want to see how things match up. But I'm in here. It didn't make sense really on the futures chart for a second, but it makes sense here on the gold, on the forex chart. So I'm going to see if I might do breakdowns on the forex chart, but have positions up on both. Order filled? Oh yeah, because I'm doing things on a couple of platforms. I'm on 3 platforms right now. So here's what I found out today. I can't trade, or the smallest position I can open is basically the equivalent of a 1 lot on hold on, who's in here? Is the smallest position I can open is the equivalent of a 1 lot on forex. I'm sorry, in futures. Just so everyone, whoops, wrong one. Sorry. I'm gonna buy here. We just got a closure outside the range. We retested the most significant support, and I expect this to create a steeper 4-hour wick. I mean, if that's not the case, then and we start driving down, then that's it. But I didn't do much of a breakdown here. I was really concentrating on how to get these platforms working together. But I still think we need to come up and raise some highs. If we end up closing back in range, we'll manage risk. TP overall here and stops overall here for now. I think they'll be much slower, so we can still come down. I mean, we'll see. For now, this is it. On a flat, top of the range. Yeah, the 4-hour doesn't have a bottom wick here, so we'll see. But this is the last hour of this 4 hours, so maybe we'll create a steeper bottom wick, or we'll close bullish above the range. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. If we start coming back down and flipping, then like, yeah, it is what it is. So I will be looking at 2 charts. I'll be looking at this GC1. Just futures, and I'll be looking at XAU USD. for now, this position I got here, if we break the previous hourly low and then flip bullish, I might add a position, but we already had a bottom wick and a flip and we didn't drive, so come back down. I think if we re-break the high, we're coming up to the next resistance. The basic plan for data has a slight delay. You might need to upgrade. I think it was like an extra $5 for an upgrade on TradingView. But it's weird because I'm looking at candles. It looked the same for, but like as I marked up levels, the levels are a bit off. So got a bit confused what chart I'm looking at, but yeah, the levels are off here on like that. Looks like a lovely sell on futures off the 4-hour, but I don't know. It's just that threw me off for a second. But I think I prefer the chart here on this. But I opened a position on the futures platform as well. You trade futures. I'm trying to sample size how this would work on futures. I'm honestly learning. I got to learn the lingo. It's a bit different. And I just haven't had time to fuck around with it like during market time, like in market times, right? So what I want to get Javier and Eddie on here. I want to know what this join bid means, because I got positions, but what do I do if I join bid? What is that? We learned together American. Yeah, we got a lot of Americans here. Yeah, and they got to trade futures. Yeah, if you're at the door in the Zoom, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get to everybody, but I'm trying to understand how stuff's working here. Do we break the high? Okay, so let me read what chat is saying. What idea give fund form? Forp? I'm not sure what you're asking. Join ask equals limit order to sell. Limit order, okay, to sell, so that's at a higher price. Join bid asks you to put a +1 or a -1 tick under, whatever. But I can just do a +1 multiple times. I just click on that manually, right? So why would it matter? And I can't close partials on this. That's what's tough. So I wish I could manipulate the size of the actual contract. I can just manipulate the amount of contracts I open, but the contract size is set in stone. So I would have to use multiple contracts I don't know. But in return, you are paying shit ton more for commission. Wait. What are we talking about? Yo, Javier, whenever you're on the Zoom, let me know. Eddie, you too. What's up, bro?
Yo.
What goes on?
What's up? What's up?
So
yeah, so
I took.
So basically, like, all right, go ahead. You go first.
Wait, hold on. I'm trying to move the chart around in trading view. So I took this position on both, on gold, in forex and in futures, right? And yeah, they're running right now in identical profits, or at an identical, basically, yeah, difference between entry and where it is right now. It's just the pricing is different on the right side, as we've been saying. But the futures chart here, if we go to the futures chart, I don't take a buy here. If I'm looking at a futures chart, my level is different here.
And it's always going to be different.
So depending on how these play out, like there might be, like I said, I might be taking positions on futures, but it might be based off the forex charts here.
Yeah, that's what I do, bro. Whenever I trade futures, that's what I do. I just guide myself by the XAU chart.
Interesting.
Because when you start to zoom out, that's when you start to see the real differences.
Yeah, and I saw on the daily, if you go to the daily over there, it is a migraine to start filling in some of the empty spaces. The Rangers scored. Woo! Good shit.
And the other thing too, like, you know how you're always like doing like bullish and bearish closures? Like there'll be times when, like, futures and forex, like the closures, one will be bullish and one will be bearish. Especially.
Oh, but you got to go right here. You can fix that. You go right here. You go to settings and you go color bars based on previous close. Mark that off and it'll fix it.
Oh.
You'll even see it change in real time as they close.
But yeah, regardless, I just use my XAU if I'm trading futures.
Yeah, I gotta start getting used to the different nuances and the differences. So yeah, I don't know.
And then as far as like your trimming, like the only way, like let's say, like if you're doing like your 10 contracts, right? Like on GC1, you're gonna have to trim like at odd numbers, right? Like 3, 3, and 1, or however it is that you want to do it, right? Like you're not gonna be able to leave a 2.5 running. You know, you're 25%. You're gonna have to leave either 2 or 3 running.
All right, again, I'm closing half here at 10 pips, 10 pips flat, and I'm gonna leave the other half running, and I'm gonna close a full at 14 ticks.
Order filled.
So I just closed the futures position at 14 ticks, right, in profit. but I closed it fully, right? I don't have a runner on here in Forex. I do have a runner on MT5, and the difference is I just didn't have multiple ticks. Make sure you break even here at the very least, but I closed half at 10. I should have probably closed 75, but we'll see. Maybe I will. If we re-break the high, I'll close 75. It'll be around 15 pips. So, yeah, but now it's we're winners, chat. Congrats. Early position off the start of our stream, right off the bat. But yeah, I think that we will be adding futures. I gotta get rid of that sound. But at least you guys know that like if I said I opened it, I opened it. If I said I closed it, I closed it. You guys hear me do it. So I just but I just didn't open multiple contracts on the futures side of it.
Yeah, Wick, so you just have to see what the cost per commission is. And then, you know, how important is it to you to leave 2.5 running versus 2 or 3? You know what I mean?
You know what I might be doing? I might be ordering pizza. Order filled. I might be opening 3 contracts and closing 2 out of the 3 when I do the 75.
Yeah.
But like that's a lot. That's a lot of work or a lot of maintenance. I feel like it's like I don't know. I gotta see, because if I'm doing that, all of that, and I'm doing the Forex side, and then on top of that it's the stream and it's both angles. Here it's right. It's both charts. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do I put in session trades? 14 ticks or 10 pips?
Yeah, no, normally that's what I do. Like I just my order button, like I leave it the same, whether it's 1, 2, or 3, and I just exit. Like I don't go in there and change the number like mid trade, none of that shit. I just keep it as simple as possible. And you know, if I scale in or whatever, and then you know it's 1, 1, 1 or 2, 2, 2, and then on the way out is the same thing. Just exit in 2s or 3s or a single or whatever. And keep it as simple as possible.
Yeah, but if I have one contract open, I can't be like close 0.5 of it.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah. If you only wanted to run 1, then you'd have to fill the MGC1. And then you got to fill 10 to be equivalent to 1 lot. Right? And then
10
but
micros?
now you're paying commission times 10. Exactly.
10, I'd have, but it would be okay. But how can I don't even
now
see
you're
10
paying more
micros.
commissions. Yeah.
I don't even see how that's an option to open a 10 micro.
Yeah, like it's I think for you, like that's not worth it. Considering the size that you're used to trading, you know what I mean? So
this is
MGC1. MGC1 exclamation mark is a continuous roll of your of the futures contract.
So oh, there's a button right there, plus 10, so I can open 10 contracts at the same time.
Well, that'll change your order number to 10.
What do you mean?
Or it'll add 10. So if you have 1 sitting inside the box and you hit 10,
that would be 11. So it'll be 11 lots. I mean, it's not a big deal, but like this is basically what I made less than commission on my on my Forex account right now, because this ended up being a 1 contract. So oh no, I didn't. Wait a minute.
no, because it should move the
Yeah,
same.
it was like a 10 lot. Yeah.
Yeah, so 10 ticks or whatever is gonna be $100 or whatever the math is for it. 1 full point is $100, just like XAU.
Yeah, so that was basically a 1 lot.
Exactly.
Yeah, I made fucking $140. The fuck? Yo, yeah. All right. So I gotta do it. So I gotta do 2 5s. Okay. But if I open the first contract at a 5, right? And let's say I want to add another position in drawdown at 8. Let's say 2, like a 2.5 and a 2.5. Can I do that? Or
yeah,
like a
you
3
could
and a 3?
just change your. Yep, you just change the number that you want to add, and then just make sure that your total, whatever your total is, you're just gonna exit. Let's say you're in 11 lots. That if you're planning to close completely.
No, let's say I opened five contracts, right? And no, let's say I open 10 contracts and I'm in drawdown. Can I open a 2 5 contracts, or it's just if
It'll
I open
average
10,
it all together. So
Yeah,
if
it
you open
doesn't
up a
matter
10,
because it's gonna merge all.
it's
your
gonna
orders
take a
together.
total, right? So it won't. It's gonna take a total regardless of how many contracts I open at a single time.
Exactly.
But when it comes to closing it, it's going to close the worst positions first. So if you opened up a pineapple and let's say you're in profit on both pineapples, and you go to leave, let's say you have 20 lots open and you go to leave like a 2 lot, it's going to leave the 2 lot at the pineapple open, not the 2 lot all the way at the top, if you see what I'm saying, at where it averaged in. So wherever you took the pineapple, that's where it'll leave the final runner, from all the way at the bottom of the pineapple.
Yeah.
So it's not always
them in the
ideal.
order that you filled them. So
when I say close order, it'll be the first order opened.
Yep.
Which are the worst positions? Yeah.
Yeah.
The ones in drawdown or at break even, and then it'll leave.
So is it worst position or order that I filled them? Because if I'm in profit and I open one, then it's different.
Yeah, it's gonna close your first your first fill. So if you have 3 fills, it's gonna close the first one. So like let's say you add one here and these 2 are pineapples, and you go to close, it's gonna close your first fill first, and then close the second one, and it's gonna leave your last fill wherever it was. That's gonna be your runner. Now, it's gonna show that this is at a much greater profit. You know what I mean? Because the second you start trimming, it starts moving that average also.
Yeah, since you averaged up with the pineapple, and you closed all the original positions that were in drawdown, the pineapple, if you leave it running, it'll, wherever you took that pineapple, that's where your position will be. So you'll have a runner from all the way at the bottom of the pineapple. So sometimes it's ideal, but sometimes it's not.
This changes my risk management technique a bit.
It does.
Like I can see situations where I would have to manage risk differently.
Absolutely.
Than if I would on Forex.
Yep. You'll literally have to put lines on your chart where your entries were if you want to keep them. Like, I don't know what broker you're using, or like if it's gonna show you as far as because it just shows you the candle you got filled at. It doesn't show you exactly on the chart where you got filled at on Trading View. On Trade it does if you're using their platform, it shows you where you got filled.
So I'm gonna be using TradeAvate as one of the, because I just got deposit money on there.
Yeah,
so you can link TradeAvate to Trading View if you wanted to.
Yeah, and that might be a thing too. But so yeah, I'm gonna see how TradeAvate is.
There is a futures platform that has MT5, so if TradeAvate and TradingView gets too difficult, you can always use that
I think TradeAvate, I like the fact that it's on TradingView, but I think it's really going to depend on how I see candles. I'm probably going to have to still do the breakdown on gold.
What I've noticed on the last 3 months,
gang, I hit BE here, by the way, on this trade. So
like when you close that 14 pips,
we got 10 pips on that. Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me update. Yeah, go ahead. What were you saying?
Oh no, when you close that 14 pips, I also closed that exactly 14 pips.
14 ticks, yeah.
I'm at 13, so like 1 tick off from what Forex was. So it drives the same amount of like points, I would guess. It's just the candles close slightly different. It's like
we're
almost
number-
as if the
we're
futures
number
chart
126
follows
on
the
the year,
Forex.
gang. What was that?
It's almost as if the futures chart follows the Forex.
Well, I mean, price action wise, like it looks very similar. They're doing the same things, but
Oh, also, if you get hit BE, your TP, you have to manually close it because it'll leave your TP open.
oh,
And if
I
it
can't
goes-
move my stops to BE here, right?
You can.
Yeah,
It would
yeah,
be a
you
sell
slide-
stop.
yeah, you slide it on the screen.
Oh, it's basically take a position the other way, but at a certain point.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And make sure that your BE is the same number as however many contracts you got running left.
Otherwise, it'll open the one the other way if it's more.
Yep. So
Yeah.
like, let's say you initially you enter
Yeah,
10.
no hedging. I get it.
No, you the only way to hedge is if you're running on GC1 and then you're hedging on MGC1.
Which
That's
is the
really
micro.
yeah.
Yep.
But like, let's say you have 10, you fill 10 and you set your stop at 10 and then you trim 5 and your stop is still 10. If your stop gets hit, it's going to close the 5, let's say buys, and then it's going to fill you 5 sells.
But there's
Yeah, I've been on it for
no
several
spread.
months now.
That's what's dope. There is no spread. This is amazing.
So we noticed there is a 5-second delay if you're on the basic data plan. So that's what we were talking
What's
about
the
earlier.
basic
the other
data
day.
plan?
It's the free stuff that Apex gives you when you're doing the funding challenges. If you're paying for your own data, you might not have that delay, but it's like the free shit Apex gives us for using a prop firm.
Uh-huh. But that's
So, like,
only
if you-
Apex.
It's on, yeah, Apex on TradeAway, yeah. There's like a slight 5-second delay before the
Okay.
candle closes. So like the candle might
What
gap
if you
up or down.
use and if you use TradingView?
It's the same on TradingView. Well, that's what I'm since you're on a live account and I'm on a funded, that's why I'm thinking my basic data plan, I'm gonna have a delay unless I pay for more. I don't think you would have a delay. If you're on TradingView connected and you hover over, you see where it says
I don't have a
Oanda,
delay
the little
right
dot?
now on the actual platform, but the delay is I see the delay here on TradingView.
Like you see the little green dot next to where it says Oanda? If you hover over that on GC1, it'll tell you if there's like a delay
No, I pay for it.
or
Where?
see mine when I hover over that, it says there's a little three red lines
Yeah.
after that green dot. So you don't have that yet. See mine says market updates every 5 seconds.
Because it used to say that, but I paid $5 extra a month now.
Oh yeah, you're good. I gotta pay those $5.
Yeah, but I do it for the sake of the stream. I do it so you guys can see it. But if you go to the daily here, there's clear, like
Differences,
look,
the gaps.
like, yeah, the gaps. Like, look at this shit. The fuck?
Yeah, I think that's the 5 second. That's the delay between the daily closing and opening.
Yeah, it's an hour.
Come to the top step for what, bro?
At the end of the day, I look at XAU, and then if I'm gonna take the 30-minute flip, I'll take the same 30-minute flip on GC.
Nah, I pay for the delay too, but I can't swing on Apex. That's why one of the reasons why futures doesn't really work for me right now.
Unless you're on a live account. If you're on live, you can
Only
swing.
on a live account, but
The only channel you
Oh,
never
man.
get to watch a trade. We just had a trade. Literally, the first 10 minutes of the stream, we had a trade. We got a W, and now we're discussing other shit. The fuck? How you gonna say some shit like that?
They come to
Damn.
one stream.
Same with
Yeah, I need to stock up for that.
Apex, futures kind of thing. It's all the same, no matter the company.
Yeah, that thanks to you brought up a good point, Eddie, bro. It is the add-on is for trading view, not actual trade of eight.
So on Trade of Eight, you don't have that 5-second delay.
Yeah, not if you're using their web thing. Like you're good.
Oh, their terminal, their own trading.
Yeah.
Yeah, but is their terminal
for,
based? Is it like the user experience? It's
It's
similar
good.
to
It's
Trading
solid.
View. Can
If
I
you
move
get used
charts
to it,
like
no.
Trading View.
No.
That's
It's
different.
It's not the same. Yeah.
Is it closer to
But
MT5
it's
or closer
fine.
to Trading View?
It's
Like I want to be able to do
closer
this,
Trading
like
View.
this. This is what I want to do. Can I do this?
Yep. You could do like 80% of that.
What, like?
I don't think you can go. You can't stretch the candles out, but you can move the chart all the way around.
But I can't
Like
go
if
like
you want to
this.
make if you want to make 10 pips look like 1,000, you can.
Fuckers.
Bro, I don't even remember. I haven't logged in a while.
I log in and leave it in the background, so when I enter on TradingView, I hear that order filled. It's a learning curve, but for the last 3 months, I've actually been doing way better than I was doing on Forex. I don't know if it's the zero spreads.
Yeah, we're gonna try everything. We're gonna try out live, prop, everything. I gotta see what the fuck the difference is in futures.
Nothing that would determine.
You can spread the candles.
You can? Maybe I don't have that set up.
You just don't know how yet, bro.
Yeah.
You gotta attend Javier's course over here.
Yo, that's why we want a VC thing, bro. I can be like, yo, just jump in the clubhouse, I'll go live, and then like we can talk.
For 1 Bitcoin.
Yo, you be laughing. Yeah, for 1 Bitcoin. Yo, 15 got no bottom wick here, gang. The 30 closed above, right? Well, closed just like the hourly. Gave us basically the same closure as you would have had. It's this freaking 4-hour, man. Because the previous candle now on the hourly, right? You broke the previous candle high, coming back in a range. You get a smaller time frame closure. You're most likely retesting the bottom of the range. It's just, this is interesting with the 15, because if we come down here and then flip bullish, with the fact that the previous 15 had no bottom wick, and with the fact that 30 maintained above our 38.3 level, I think if we flip, we're filling this wick. And that is about 12 pips. I got to see in the manner that we flip, but if it starts riding up fast here, I mean, we will probably just take a position off the rip. We just can't have these closures happen here below the range. 5, 15, whatever it is.
Yo, Wix, I just put a picture of the trade of 8 on the clubhouse.
Yeah, I'll look to the clubhouse in a minute. Damn, Rangers got to hold on to this lead for another period. And we are in the Eastern Conference Finals. Yo, Madison Square Garden is going to be live tonight. It's already live. But the risk reward chart is in there. Yeah, but I'm not charting. I'm charting strictly on TradingView, right? I just want to be able to move around like when I need to. But really all I need is the buy and sell button.
And one thing that I've messed up quite a bit on, and when you're market executing on like TradingView, how you have the buy and sell buttons at the top. If I'm in a buy and I'm gonna close my position, I can press the X, or if I'm gonna close half, I'll change the number to a smaller to like I open up 7 micros. So I'll change the number to 6 micros, and then I'll enter the opposite position, and that'll close 80%. Sometimes I stack the position on accident by pressing the wrong button. That's one thing I've noticed I've done more since having to change back and forth the size of how much I'm closing. Sometimes I press buy instead of sell and add more positions instead of closing.
Gotta be careful. Rookie mistakes, rookie mistakes. I'm gonna experience the same thing soon. This is lovely, right? Heading down for that 4-hour flip here. So we got a little fake out happening here on gold. As we're back in range. Problem is 15 hasn't closed back in range. 15 still above. The 30 pushing, the hourly pushing. Maybe we'll get an hourly back in range, and then we can take positions off the next hourly, which will also be a 4-hour closure, which will be interesting if it flips here. But if it flips here, remember, look, the structure is a bit different, right? We broke the previous candle high, but not the low, so we have made a higher high, higher low. You're gonna need to see the smaller time frames start changing that structure, making lower highs, lower lows. Interesting.
In GC, we have the celery on the 4-hour. Those are the slight differences that you see.
Yeah, like as I was
Closure
saying
below
earlier,
doji.
like it
Broke
was
the high and
showing
it's
a clear bearish move to fill the wick down here.
Yeah, when the moves start to contradict like that, I just look at one and just focus on one.
Yeah, I think we'll chart on this chart on the OND chart positions wise, but I'll post them. I think I'll have them posted on the futures chart also. Like,
I've never had an issue taking a signal, copying from Forex to futures.
Hear that, chat? TTE futures the vibe. What's the deal, bro? Yeah, we're doing both. Today we had a W on futures and on Forex. On both sides of the aisle. Yo, we got 3 minutes here for this 15. Let's get back to our FOREX chart. What up, Hank? What's the deal? Oh.
Dude.
Chat, make sure you go follow the IG. Follow the IG. And don't leave here without dropping a like and subbing to the channel.
I don't want to make a comment because I don't want to get banned, but dude, what happened last night? What happened?
What do you mean?
Pacers?
Oh, the Pacers.
Knicks? Crushed.
I don't know. I stopped watching after the first quarter. I stopped watching halfway into the first quarter. When we were down 20 in the first, like 23, I stopped watching. And then I just peeked back at it like in the third or something. I think we were down 40. And I was like, yeah, tonight's not that night. There was no point of even sharing. Injury bug? No. Fucking cancer hit him. The whole team's out.
Yo, Wix, you gotta add to your title and sports watching.
Yeah. Analyzing. Live sports analysis.
Trading
New
and
York
sports
teams
watching.
only. New York teams only.
You're a Celtics fan too, right?
Fuck the Celtics.
Okay, good.
Let's go Knicks. Yo, 15 closes here in 1 minute.
I caught these cells. I'm up 20 right now.
Savage. Rangers playing good? Yeah, they should clinch tonight. Yo,
What
this
up?
thing is fucking
Let's go.
pushing. And the 4 hours flipped. But it closes in 15 minutes. Took 3 hours to do this.
Javier, I changed my notification sound from order filled to the cash register. It's pretty
Oh
satisfying.
yeah, nice.
Let's hear it.
So it makes a cash register sound instead of order filled.
Yeah, I order filled for when I enter position, but when a stop is hit or a limit is hit, I have it set for cash register.
Cha-ching, the banks just took my money.
Yeah, this might run down to the bottom of the range, but I don't have any business taking this right now. Might be after the next 5, but after the next 5, last 10 minutes of the 4 hour, I'm waiting. Like, this can push. I just need this to leave a bottom wick. And that might be the 4 hours job. We'll see. Because at any moment, right, you can pull back in a range, right? I still think though, as long as the 4 hour closes bearish, we're coming down, but it might come back in range. The 4 hours not closed. We are missing 2 superstars. We're missing Anunoby. We're missing
The whole team. Missing the whole
Randall. We're fucking playing Alex Burks, yo. We are missing Bogdanovich, right? We're missing what's his name? The other center. I really like him. The skinny dude. Tall. What's his name? Anybody remember? Just Robinson. There you go. Mitchell Robinson. Missing everybody. And the ones that are all playing hurt and banged up. It's tough. Tough out here for an NBA player.
Yeah, you guys are down to the gums for real. I mean, and that first game should have been a Pacers
Yo,
game, so
one
that
more
was a good
injury, Knicks are starting the water boy. I'm trying to get that job. I'm trying to like be the guy on the bench giving out towels, talking about, yo, you know how to play ball? You're up next. Be a dream job. I seen the Zamboni guy in hockey get a contract because they were out of goalies. I think that was like a year or
Definitely
two ago. I think that was like last year in the NHL or 2 years ago.
Was it during the Stanley Cup Finals though?
I don't remember when it was. I think it was for the Penguins. I think it was Pittsburgh, but I don't remember. Don't quote me on that.
I remember seeing that.
He was a Zamboni dude, I think, for the other team. He was and he played for the visiting team. I think that's what it was. It was pretty crazy.
You watch any baseball?
Like on Sports Center, like when they show Judge strike out 4 times in one game, I'm like, yeah, that's Aaron Judge for you. But it's crazy. Like he'll hit a homer, strike out the next 10 times, and he's got like a $500 million contract.
That's job security for you.
Word. I'm gonna visualize them as puppies. The Celtics. Cute little puppies. Oh shit. What up, Jacob?
Oh, I gotta go now. I'll be right back though.
Bro, you asked me to unmute you? Tell me you gotta go.
Motherfucker, I was unmuted this whole time, and then as soon as I turned off my camera, to dip. I gotta go though. I'll be right back.
There goes the life of the party.
What are we gonna do now, y'all? What are we going to do now? That's crazy. Ten minutes here. Celtics gonna lose tonight? What's the score in the Celtics game? Because Cleveland don't have, what's his name? Mitchell.
LeBron?
That's true. They don't got LeBron either. They got no LeBron, no Kyrie. They got Kevin Love, though. Yeah, at one point, he was the best power forward in the league. There were a couple of years when he was in Minnesota where he was dominating. Yeah, I don't see the Celtics losing tonight. They're about to be like up 7 or 10 going into the fourth. Oh, you could get rid of that sound.
You're gonna see one of those 9 p.m. dumps again, or pumps. We've been getting insane volume at 9. Past couple of weeks now, consistently.
Because you've been closing back in range. That means you're ranging. Look at that, right? The daily flipped and right back. I think eventually it'll come down here. But when? Sell stop 2338.5. That's impossible. It literally cannot be possible because that would be above current price. You could have a buy stop, you could have a sell limit. You could not have a sell stop there. Yo, so let's see if this works. I think I just turned off that noise. Order filled, or whatever that was. Yeah, we want to break these lows. Be a bit tough here if it closes doji. Welcome, 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 welcome. This is very interesting though to pay attention to. Matters here, right? You really don't want the 4 hour now to close bullish if you're going to continue down. Kind of don't want it to close doji either, but this fake out tells you you're going to touch the bottom of the range. You really come to the bottom of that range. Now you're back in it. Might be waiting here another 5 minutes. 15 closed back in range. The 5 closed back in range. Okay, so this will matter here because even though the 4 hour is bullish right now, if it closes like this, if the first thing we do is come up and grab a top wick at 38 and then flip bearish, we'll look for sells. Right? If we can break the previous hourly high, previous 30 high, not necessarily previous hourly, but the previous 30, and come back down and flip, I think we're going to retest the bottom of the range. The issue is, what's it going to do first? Because the smaller time frames, what they now have done is they're back in range into this little 15-minute range, and it can very simply make a bottom wick first and then start coming up. Yeah, that's Bougie's bread and butter right there. That's what he be making money on. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, so the 4 hour will close. Everything will close bearish here. The 4 hour weak, bullish, weak candle. But it closed at a support. The 4 hour closes a support. I need more candles. Unless we could come up here really heavy. Remember I said if we come up here and tap these areas and create a top wick for the previous 30. Shoot, what's the wick fill here? Yeah, I think if I'm going to attempt a wick fill, at the very least 37.5 here. At the very least for a top wick. It just sucks being back in this area between 38 and 35. Looks like the 4 hour decided to oblige us, right? So maybe. Oh, if we re-break the daily high. So if we flip now, I'll take a sell on this candle, but we have to start coming back down first. For now, I'm not putting everything. I'm not putting anything on screen until this actually decides to flip. If it doesn't, then we adjust, right? Then we look for closures above the range here and for some buys to create a steeper top wick on a daily. The great thing about that, the daily's already flipped, right? Before you're waiting on a bottom wick to be created, but the daily flipped, created a bottom wick and came back up, right? So it doesn't mean it's going to continue up, right? But now if it does continue up, you don't need to look for that daily bottom wick. Do, 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 do. It's that time again. Yes, let's flip the tape. Oh, Carolina's on a power play? Since when? Yo, I don't know. The Rangers are at the Garden. Like, they gotta seal it tonight. Like, they're not gonna have a better chance, right? That's like a less stressful chance.
Okay, fine. Go get your stuff. And don't leave me your shirt here.
Yeah, you got a good mic, Javier. We hear. She
Oh
better
my
not
God.
sneeze. She better not sneeze, man. I'm still sick. She sneezed a week ago. I've been sick for 10 days. Chat, I haven't been in the gym in 2 weeks. I've been sick like crazy. I'm saying like, oh, it's all right. It's not that bad. I'm feeling better. I'm miserable. Damn. Wix 126 W's 27 L's. Yeah. Just wait. The gym will make me feel less miserable, but I gotta have energy for the gym. If I went into the gym today, I would not have survived like even 45 minutes. I would have been like, I can't move. Like, it's just, I was feeling weak, not just, you know, like sick, but just no energy. Let's go Rangers. Short-handed, baby. Send that puck out back. Ooh. Take a scoop of pre-workout? Nah. Alright, what are we doing here? This 5, is it loading up to push up, or are we coming back down? So we're going to need this 5 to close, right? It just opened. First thing it does is coming back in range. If we start breaking lows, I'm not taking this flip, right? Because we're going to need some bearish closures on a small time frame. Until then, it's just a bottom wick to come up. Patience, my friends. See. Let's pay attention to the 5 for the next 3 minutes. Right, because if we close below like these little reference areas, right, little advantage points on a smaller time frame, right, movement area here. If this is back in range, and we get a closure on this 5 like this, next 5 we're looking for a top wick, right? If this is the closure, next 5 top wick, and we're coming down, and then this is right back to the hourly flip, right? And this is to the break of the 4-hour low, so that's what we'll look for. But it's got to fake out here again. Right, which means you need a closure back in range, not just the market pulling down. And I do appreciate all of you being here tonight. I mean, we're not at our, you know, peak concurrence or any type of highs for the stream, but still, 500 people showing up here night in, night out. Appreciate it. Alright, there's that 5 flip we were just talking about, so let's wait for this closure. we're gonna push up, we're gonna need to come back up above. Where's my 5-minute level here? Should need to go to the hourly. Wow, this 4 hour is so interesting. Like, because at any moment this 4 hour could come down heavy and flip. And the only way to confirm that is to get a steep bottom wick to the previous support and not, you know, this might be that bottom wick into the previous zone, right? Reject it pretty nicely off this area. We'll see. Till a candle on the 5. Wow, Carolina tied it up, huh? 1 up. Rangers just can't go a fucking game without letting it go. I don't pay attention for 1 minute. Carolina lights them up. There's that break. That's that 15 flip, I think. The 15 bullet. No, that was only the 5. 15 never closed above yet. High viewer count. High viewers. Yep. Thank you, Your Highness. Yeah, I think if I was a royal, you'd refer to me as Your Highness. It would just make too much sense. Let's go, Carolina. Bruh. Blasphemy. Let's go Oilers. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. We'll get to the Oilers later. Don't care about the Oilers. I care about gold driving here to our fucking full TP after the fact. Привет, sir. Did you just call me a cheese? Tate Talks? Why he called me a cheese? Yeah, to get in the Zoom, you have to go follow, no, you have to go subscribe on Sorry, I just got a fucking... My mind blacked out for a second.
Javier, you said you can't.
I'm
take a
panicking.
buy
Carolina
on
scored
eval.
again.
You can't take a buy on eval and a sell on eval for news at the same time.
What was that?
Question for Javier if he's still here. Yeah, he is.
Oh, Javier,
For
I think he's
Apex?
talking to you.
Yeah, for Apex, I can't remember if you said you can or cannot open a sell and a buy at the same time on 2 separate accounts on evals for news.
For Apex, for the evals, I don't think they care. But you can do that on your funded.
Right.
Turn up the mic. Yeah, that's Hank. His mic's always low.
Couldn't figure out how to get my headset working, so we're sticking with AirPods.
I gotcha. Nah, that's cool. It's just like it's low. I don't know. There's got to be a way to turn up that mic. With that, can you gotta go subscribe. I'm sorry, go. You gotta join. That's what the word I was looking for. You gotta go join Wix's table in on my YouTube to join the Zoom. Yeah, we had buys for 10 pips earlier, Jorge. Yeah, I think if, because look, the 15's closed respecting this area, 2340. If we're able to close back in range below 38, on the 15, we might have sells off the rip. It depends where we close right now. I got you, Tate. Top Steps live stream. Isn't that that's a firm. That's not a streamer, right? Yeah, I know. 2-1 Hurricanes. I know. I'm tight right now. I gotta be a real fan and concentrate right now. Rangers don't win unless I say at least 4 drawdown prayers. What a 4-hour wick. Yeah, we hear you, Hank.
That ain't me.
What you mean? In the background? Yeah, because the thing's yellow around your name.
It's Javier.
Oh,
Least my
maybe it
mic
was
just
Javier.
like buzzes or something. You can't hear a buzz though, can you?
Nah.
Okay.
Too in tune to be here. W.
You hear me now? Yeah, okay. I just put my real mic on.
Nice.
Sounds good.
This mic is broken. I don't have any volume from Chrome with it. So I can't hear the streamer. Can't hear my order filled.
Hmm.
Can you hear this? Sir, buy or
Wait.
sell?
Wait.
We're
wait,
waiting for the
wait.
candles to tell us.
Wait, we must.
We're asking the candles the same thing.
The Rangers, man, the fucking Rangers. I thought we had the shutout in the bag tonight. I think Carolina's physically stronger. I think the Rangers are more talented, but Carolina is physically just been crushing them at the end of games. He's got to get back in the gym. New York. Kuznetsov, yeah, he's nasty. Wow, 3-1. Carolina just scored again. The Rangers are going to lose tonight. The Garden is quiet. 3 goals here in the third. I could have told you that. You could have. You could have told me. Why didn't you? Wouldn't be wasting my time here with the Rangers tonight. We have volume, but I don't think we've established direction. Wanted you to see for yourself. You're one of those. Yeah, I knew the road was closed, but I wanted you to sit in traffic for yourself. That's like me telling you when you finally got off that plane, come through, the party's still bumping. And you come through and the party's over, and I'd be like, I just wanted you to see for yourself. How you gonna do that to me? All right, let's check in back. It's back to the futures time. 30 closing here in 6 minutes. Let's see if we're able to close above or if the 15 will close back in range. Let's pay attention. Chat, give me a minute. I'm going to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Where'd you say you're looking for the 15 to close for sales off the rip? Oh, he's not even here. Nice.
just can't get nothing going. Got 1 minute here left for the 30. We close above here. Looking for a bottom wick.
You still looking for those sells off the rip? If it closes
No.
below?
No. No, I'm not. Closed above on the 30. 15 closed above here, respecting. I can't take the buy here unless I get a wick to 37.5 area right here. And then flip bullish, but if this comes up, creates a top wick, and then comes back down in range, then I'll look for positions on the next hourly. It's a little difficult here. Well, the sells would take just a bit longer to set up than the buys. Right, okay, so if this is the high on the 15, then it looks like you're back in range, but how do we look on the hourly if that's the case? Huh. Yeah, I think I want the 5 above there. Or the 15 above there. Previous 4 hour, no bottom wick. That means we never grabbed orders below there. The current 4 hour? It means we didn't grab orders below there. So, oh shit, 4-1. So much for that. Yeah. People are leaving the garden. Yeah. These last 4 days, 5 days, Knicks Rangers fans are struggling. So we're very early in the 4 hour, right? So chances are it create that bottom wick. But if it doesn't, you're going to need to create some bottom wicks on the smaller time frame to continue up. It's alright. Nothing massive today. Small little 10 pips in the morning. Small little 10 pips for New York session. Light 10 pips here for Asian session. Oh, my kids are sleeping. Oh shit. Yep, Carolina won. Yeah, I got you, Jake. Done it already. Let's see what we can do here. One minute here for this next 5 to close. Seem to be respecting 2340. Yep. See you tomorrow, Ike. The price will break resistance line you've set. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. It's been a long day. It's been a long weekend, gang. I hope everybody wish their mother a happy Mother's Day. Hope y'all wished your baby mama a happy Mother's Day. That gold digging bitch. If you offend it, then it's true. So I don't want to fucking hear it. Hell, this ain't. Ah, 15 versus that bearish 30, right? It's a lovely tap.
Oh, we did it.
15. It's gonna pop. It's nice here on the 15, but I really wanted it below here, but I think it might just pop straight down. We have 2 minutes here for this 15 closure. It might drive down before that, and then it'll be kind of tough, but if we can close where we are right now, I would like that. And also the 30's never closed yet, right? So I'd want to close, even if it's the 15, then below this level. Back in range. $38.32 is really where I want to be below. Feeling bullish? I try to keep my feelings out of this. Market really doesn't give a shit about how I feel. You can buy GJ. So can you. Is that like a general statement or a recommendation? Check.
How about no?
So we closed on the 15. Closed bullish, respecting this little resistance. Ooh, if we can only get a steeper top wick. We might not. We might. $41.2, huh? Yeah, 40.12. Looks very interesting. Who's editing the thumbnails? Me. Me. I moonlight as my own thumbnail editor. He must return to the order block. Sounds like that's from a movie. Yeah, that's not a bad area either. Let's see. Chat, I'm gonna take a sell right here. Right as we flip. Let's see if I could do that here. I just got in a position right here, right as we flip. I want to see if we can fill the previous wick low, because even if we do reject, I think that's a low that's got to be filled after creating a top wick first and closing below the range. Sell on this range is well, here's the deal. Look, we closed respecting this area, right? We closed bullish but respecting it. We've made a top wick, and I looked back here. There's a level where the top wick tapped from which you drive down here on the 30, I believe. Yeah, there's a level right there from which wicks drive down from, and we just tapped that across the board. So that's why I really looked for it to come down, but we'll see. See, it tapped it on the dot and came back down and flipped, so that's what I'm looking at. We tapped that area on the dot. So That's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at an area we drove down from. I'm looking at the fact that we closed below the range. We faked out on the 15, and the next 15 held the resistance even though it closed bullish. So that's what I'm looking at. Can it still come up? Yes. But overall, then why did the previous 15 now close back in range? Understand? So yeah, you might have a 30 pushing up hourly, but then on the smaller time frame, it's giving us indication that we're closing back in range. And it came and tapped this area on the dot. So as it flips, I'm expecting us to fill this wick before it gives any indication. That wick is 10 pips on the dot. Look, do you want it has a chance to go up? Yeah, it definitely has a chance to go up, right? We can continue on up. Look at the 30. The 30 is now flipping, looking decently bullish, right? Over the, but then why did the previous 15 close below range? So now I gotta wait for the next closure to see to say, all right, then it had no business, you know, closing, or that it, you know, that now we have no business in being in sells once we closed up back above range, and that's okay. I think roughly here. Are you preparing for sell? No, I'm in a sell. It took a sell as this candle flipped, except it didn't drive, it reflipped bullish again. But I was just with the expectation of the 4 hour not having a bottom wick, with the fact that the previous hourly closed bearish, and with the fact that this 30 closed respecting resistance and the 15 closed back in range with a fake out and the next 15 closed respecting it. All these things together convinced me. And you might see the market driving on, but overall, I just expect bottom wicks to eventually, you know, come down here, either in the form of a bottom wick we tap 33, 32, that more like 34 areas, or we end up coming down overall. But I think it's going to take some time if we don't do it now, because we faked out now and then we came back up. So what do you know? All right. About to take a sell too, but I need the XY to keep pushing up first. That's fine. I mean, I'm not closing out the sell until I get closures above the range and bottom wicks and continue drive up. Then I'll close it, and I'll re-enter when it sits back in range, right? But for now, it still makes sense. Excuse me. My ear. Sorry. I've been sick. Give me a break. Give me a break, Green. Hopefully it drives down to the bottom of the range. I think we will still see our entry. It's just, if we close bullish here on this hourly, you're probably looking at the next hourly creating a top wick and before it actually deciding to retest 39. So this isn't the position I entered. Did we re-break the highs? Yeah, we broke the highs. Might see a little push. God be with you. Inspirational. God be with you. If this reached stop loss, then maybe you need to improvise your strategy. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you. Believe me, I'm laughing with you. This is tough because it's back in range, but it hasn't grabbed orders to drive up. Once you count the order grab on the 5, but I don't know. Yeah. Ooh, stops here. This is where stops are going to be. 23.50. God, I'm annoyed that didn't come down to fill the wick. Thing is now, once you get a bottom wick to 23.39, if that's the first thing that happens, that's the bottom wick for you to come up, right? So you need smaller time frames to close back in range. It'd be lovely if this could close with no top wick. Because then we can have pineapples on a bearish flip if this closes with no top wick. You got a whole minute though. Thirty seconds. No top wick here. If this continues up here, I'm gonna take a, like if we tap 47 without coming down, I'm gonna take a sell at 47 on a top wick. If it comes up here and taps 43, 44 area, at least, at the very least, 4-4. If we can do that, I'll have a sell on the flip of this hourly. But it looks like it's clean range to the left here. I don't see much holding it. Tap here. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna have a sell stop on the break of the low of this current candle. Right here. Let's tap this little resistance. Right. Okay, we are in here. Okay. Same position. I mean, same parameters, except the entry is different. We closed with no top wick on the previous hourly. First thing we did was create a top wick, and we reached this little resistance area. Well, we're a pip off of it. I'm still looking for this to be the top wick on the 4-hour and a daily to eventually come down. But if it's not, we're going to need to grab orders to come up. And grab orders, I think it's at around 34 area to come up. Need to look at more than just top wicks. You need to be here for more than just 2 hours. Like 3 months, 4 months, maybe a year, 2 years. This way you don't make a fool out of yourself in the chat. Yeah, so yeah, we closed with no top wick, but we did create this little range above now with this top wick, right? Key will be closures. Are you going to close back in range, or will you reject off that support? You know what I mean? A lot of backseat traders today. Did we get a 15 closer? No, we had a 5. 5 no bottom wick. Interesting. Interesting. But overall, eventually we would expect the hourly, right, to break the lows with the previous hourly closing like that. You trade London? I try not to. We disrespected bearish 5-minute. I'm not even sure what that means. All I know is there's a chance we could come up, but the way this hourly closed, there's a likelier chance that we flip bearish on this candle, which is what we did. We took that sell. Now we just need to tap support and see if it breaks it or if it holds it. And if we decide to re-break the highs, then we'll look for more pineapples up until 47. Or at 47, sorry. You trading futures now? Both. I'm giving futures not giving futures a chance. I'm learning everything I can about futures to also be able to do futures. Chart is the same, analysis the same, breakdowns all the same. Are very similar. Maybe risk management's a bit different. But that's why we're doing it, because if we don't do it, we will never know. Okay? Brooks needs to sleep. Yeah, I would love to get some sleep. I had almost no sleep this whole weekend. Trying to get stuff done while I have some actual available time. These late Asian sessions got me missing my New York sessions. I mean, prioritize your time. You gotta prioritize. That's what I be doing. I be prioritizing my time. 15 closure here in about 4 minutes. Oh yeah, hurt your feelings on that one. Oh, might have missed something, but isn't the setup a bullish 15-minute onion? Let's go to the 15-minute. No, that wasn't an onion for me. Close below. So that's a big reason why I was taken. Oh. Gee. I don't know why people argue about perspective though. Like, yeah, could have been bullish, could have been bearish, could have won both. Yeah, really expecting this 1 hour to flip bearish. $15 in 2 minutes, we'll see, but yeah, you didn't want this 15 closing bullish and leaving a top wick, because that sort of negates that 1 hour closure, because it already tried to flip bearish. But then the 5 closed no top wick, so you're figuring, alright, so that 15 should still be back in range. But I guess not. What you'll typically see in these situations, you'll typically see it fill the range to 47.16, and then you'll see it retest 39, right, throughout the course of London, and then it'll make a decision, continue down, or give you that head and shoulders to continue up. Give you that head and shoulders. Buying, no, I was looking to retest the bottom of the range. Unfortunately, that's not the case as of this moment. As of this moment, it's pushing up to the top of the range. One minute here for the 15. Will we have another pineapple? Yeah, if we closed here with a top wick, we would probably be out after a bottom wick was made. But we closed with no top wick, telling us there's no range to come up. And it closed below this little area, so you figure top wick and then a flip back down in range. Unfortunately, it was not to be. Wish it was a demo? No, wish you were better. Wish you didn't over risk. Don't wish it was demo. Yeah, 15 close bullish, top wick. You'd figure a bottom wick, and you come up. If we reject somewhere, it's here. Push past 44 stop loss. I mean, it's fine if it pushes up. The way I'll play it here, once it gets up to 47, if it does it quickly here, is because you guys know I don't hold stop losses. So I'm gonna wait for it to either close above or come back in range, either or. It'll probably bounce off your stop loss or around it. Well, I don't have a stop. This is just for visuals for the stream. But I don't have a stop here. 81 pips. Because it can obviously, like, right, it can come up here and not really, it can tap price points, but without structure. So I'll wait for structure to be created. But how can the market push without ever loading up and grabbing orders, right? And there's no major catalyst right now. So I'm still of the expectation that we'll come down and grab orders. It's just how. We should have figured, yo, the Rangers lost. We never win when the Rangers lose. Well, that's a lie, but still. PPI tomorrow, yeah. We'll see. I don't think it will have an aggro day tomorrow. I think we'll have an aggro day after tomorrow. Come on, push up so we can push down. Do I think I should look for sales for sells? Yeah, but I would have to get out of this position if I'm going to start looking for sells there. If I'm going to stay in here, it's going to be pineapples and it's going to take a little while. Actually, looking for sells there in general should take a little while. Just if we're driving up, the market's going to have to load up. It's going to have to grab orders. We don't have any massive catalysts, as I was saying, to drive. So how would it do that? It'll typically come back down to support, right? It'll do something like this and then push if we're wrong. But if it closes, you know, back in range here, then it's coming down. Sorry, wrong color. Right? Because if you get that closure back in range, then yeah, you're coming down. This is what you would look like with a closure back in range. But either way, you're going to tap these areas to grab orders up or down. So that's what I'm expecting. We also, like I said, we also had a previous 1 hour close with no top wick, so that also plays a lot into our positions. It's a big influence on our positions or us staying in the trade. Should drive back down, but this could be the bottom wick to go up. I mean, yeah, it could be all of it. Just be patient, right? Use just all it is according to plan. That's it. A long-term plan wins. I said this before, right? It's not a game of one position. It's a game of, it's not even a game of 10 or 20 or 100 positions. It's a game of thousands. It's a game of thousands of entries, thousands of TPs, thousands of break-evens. It's a game of thousands. Then open T. It's gonna go up and down and up and down. These fucking mosquitoes. Let's look at the hourly here. So if it comes down to B, you're gonna close. No, I'm looking to close at around 39 flat. The area here at 40.266, I think it depends on how we get there and how we close. Because if we close at that area with no bottom wick, for example, then you can start looking to close there. But even there, closure there, I think that's about 8 pips in profit overall. No, I think that's 12 overall. Looking like 15 bottom wick here. Where price is strong. Zone. If it breaks above, closes. Entries if closes under the zone. So people are. I'm not sure I get that. If this hourly flips bearish again, yeah, if it re-breaks its own low, you'd expect to drive back down to 23.40. But it needs to do that, right? You would need to re-break its own low. For now, we're holding this little area here. So, I don't know. If it continues up, you'd like, right? If you're re-breaking the highs, you're filling the range up, but then where are you going to grab the orders at 40, right? I would expect it to happen then. Asian session series of losses. Well, this will be loss number 28 on the year if we do take a L. If. Held. I don't know. 5 held. Flip the tape. Yes, we will flip the tape. Yeah, it looks the same on the futures chart. Interesting. It's 30 coming up in 2.5 minutes. Interesting. It's key. And so's the hourly. Full port tomorrow, everyone's right. $90 seconds here for the 30. We don't want a bullish 30. We don't want but chances are high that's what we get. Because you get a bullish 30 here, you need to break the previous 30 high, so we'll have to see more drawdown in order for us to come down, price action wise. You'll end up seeing a top wick. If you do come down, you'll see a top wick break the high here. If you come up, then you'll continue up, right? But to come down, you'll need to break the high to grab orders. So it becomes very difficult here. Less than a minute here on the 30. But then again, if you break that high and then you do flip bearish, then you're looking good to come back down towards the bottom of the range. Alright, so we just closed. We closed bullish on the 30, bearish on the 15. This is tough because I would expect us to come up here unless we make a top wick first. need to break the highs, and then it's either going to continue up or we'll come back down in range. But before it does anything, it just doesn't make sense for it to come down and retap support without breaking the highs after the 30 close bullish. Is it valid? Yeah, it's still bearish until you're getting closures above 47. The problem is, do you want to sit through all that, right? And the only way to manage risk in that point is for us to grab orders to come up. Market hasn't done anything. It's really given us every closure that we want if we were to come down, right? The initial closure there, the hourly closure with no top wick, with a top wick and a flip, it's given us everything, but it just doesn't come down. It continues on up. Okay, now that we're breaking the previous 30 high, this is where you would look to either reject at the next resistance and come down, or you're filling the range up, and then I'll manage risk off the hourly based on the closure if we do start closing above 47.16. I like closing earlier, but I like closing earlier when it's managed risk, when it makes sense, when the market's grabbed orders, but it's just continuing. And chances of that happening typically are very low, but it's happened multiple times. I hope you guys understand why I'd have to wait to manage it. I don't just close out as it's pushing up, because majority of the time you're still ahead in the position probability wise. Right? You see as it's even here, like you'd expect something like this for orders to be grabbed if you're going to continue up. So you would expect the bottom wick here to give you that push up. Right? But it's coming up with no bottom wick, no motion, no zucchini, none of that, just continue drive up. That's why I'm very skeptical of the drive up, because those orders were never grabbed. Can it? Of course, market can do anything, but probability dictates it'll tap 39, 40 areas before deciding to take off. So even if we do fill the range here, which we probably will, like that's not a reason for me to close. It's got to be closures above, it's got to be orders grabbed to the downside and then come up. Trade made complete sense looking at the way candles were closing, yeah. And like if it made sense like on entry, I'd have to manage the rest of it the way it made sense on entry. Flip 30, now we good? No, you need to come back down to the bottom of the range to be good. which is what I was expecting the hourly to do. But I don't know. Look, we broke the previous 30 highs that we spoke about. Remember saying we need to break the previous 30 high if we are to grab enough orders to come down. But at that point, you don't know. We're coming up or come down, but that's just the stipulation prior to it happening. That was the stipulation for us to even have a chance to come down. So let's see. But the market doesn't owe you anything here, right? Like, it doesn't mean anything. It's still just as well right up. You would need to start closing back in range. Or start closing bearish on the hourly. Yeah, be very wary of this flip. Very wary. Some decent support here as well on the 5. So stretching across from this area. Yeah, this could be where price holds. Does look like it wants to come flip and drive back down. It's just like, I just don't understand, like, there's no, this is once again just noise. It's data once it closes, but really the key here is the hourly closing back bearish, but the fact that we already have a top wick on, you know, on this hourly, it'll kind of negate what the previous hourly's done in terms of range. So unless you're closing back below 40 or below 39 area, I don't think, great, you have any confirmation for direction down. You were sleeping when your short order got executed? Not really sure if that's bad or good. Starving. Trading gets me hungry. Maybe the weed kicking in. Maybe it's the munchies. Oh man. See the 30s flip, but you really need to break the hourly low. we should still move up and down and up. Yeah, I agree. Gold's at a support, smaller time frame, yes, minor. The higher time frame support is here at 40. It's tried, could not. Yeah, it held that little minor support. If we come down, tap major support, we'll be in profit by then. You'll have your buys. Yeah, unless he gets his buys now, and then that happens for us much later. Much later. If it does happen later. Fuck this little minus support. Oh man. It's trying to bring it now. If it can't do it, then it's holding it, right? And you'll see us tap the top of the range before you see us tap the bottom of the range. Got a 15 closing here. And it's holding, right? 15 is going to close bullish, holding that little minor support. But there's also a level here. So, if I'm not mistaken, we might see a rip down immediately. So, if that's the case without having a top wick, lock in, because you might manage risk fairly quickly here. Oh, for a second there, I thought we were going to close below. It's a little tough. You be doing weight pull-ups? No, I just do my body weight. Closed below on futures. only taking positions on the futures chart. Got 13 minutes here till this hourly closes. Can the hourly flip bearish here? Yeah, this is kind of like where our initial position looked like, right? When we closed respecting that area, we were waiting for a top wick and a bearish flip, and it did that. It got us in, and then it took off. That's what we were looking at here. Right there. That's what we were looking at here. We had an entry right here on the flip. $10 minutes here. This isn't that great. You want the hourly to break the low because you want the next candle to tap 2340 areas, right? But like this, I don't know. The hourly's still bullish. We have 11 minutes, so. Yeah, the 5 gave you a little celery play to come down, but it's only the 5. Got one on the 15. Yeah, the hourly slipped bearish. You want it to break the lows. Can we do that? It's struggled to do that so far. So, I don't know. I don't know. Just remove from the chart, pretend it isn't there. You can do that. That's fine. $15.2 celery, yeah. we are in 15. If we, I don't know what that is. I don't know why it's important. I don't know what it really means. Know what I mean? $41, right? I think 10 pips from now, or 10 pips lower would have 13. Serious ski here, 40.2. They broke the previous hourly low. It's all about the closure now. It's all about this hourly closure now. Alright, gang, I'm going to close here for a combined 8 pips in profit. Closing right here. Right as we tap that support. Okay? $7.7 pips. I'm rounding that off to 8, gang. Congrats! We tapped this area on the dot. I think we might, there's a chance the shit comes up now. There is a chance. Fucking W. The streak continues. Damn. Fucking congrats. I'm so tired, chat. Like, oh shit, yo, I got a futures position running, gang. Fuck, I forgot. Well, that got closed out at break even. Fuck. Well, no 8 pips on the futures position. But yeah, I closed it right away because I think once we tap here, remember I said this is the advantage, but this is the key here. If we're not blasting through this area and we're seeing play here, there's a chance it comes up. There's a chance it drops heavy, but like I don't want to risk that now after everything we just went through. Fuck. That's crazy. That's a W. That's a fucking W. I thought we were going to be here for a long time. Like, I thought we were going to sit here till like 3 a.m. tonight. I was like, if this taps the top of the range right now, I'm not closing out, but I'm going to be sitting here because I know it's going to come back to 2340 area. Just for it to move. I just didn't want to do that. I'm so happy we didn't need to do that. I'm going to go fucking sleep. This position technically paid me more money than these buys right here for plus 10 because that was a half closure. This is a full closure. Chat, but like I hate like justifying the trade and giving all the reasons during a trade because I feel like it always feels like making an excuse for why I'm still in here as it's driving against us. But like these times, and it happens quite often when we do this, that like this is the reason why we're still in here. Like the fact that you're in drawdown and you're behind money wise doesn't mean that you're behind probability wise. You're still ahead probability wise for the trade to work out, right? Up until closures above 47. You're just, you know, you're just in drawdown. So being behind money wise doesn't mean you're behind in the trade. You're still ahead probability wise for the trade to work out. This was and that's the hardest thing to get used to when, you know, oh, now bottom wicket might come up. But as I was saying, this is the hardest thing to get used to when, you know, price is driving against you. Your first temptation is to say, shit, close it out. It's coming up against me. But market moves up and down. Hey, guess what? Somebody that took a buy and kept telling us it's a buy, that took a buy at our entry, at our sell entry, they would have won. They would have gotten there. What was it? If you took a buy here, 25, 30, you would have gotten your 25, 30 pips, right? So it's not really is buys right, is sells the correct move. It's just perspective. It just depends on what your perspective is, right? And what you're looking for. Because look, buys and sells were correct here. Both. You got both. You had buys and sells. You could have taken buys and sells at the same spot, right? You could have had buys where we had sells and still won. Right. So don't like. Are you looking for buys? Are you looking for sells? Buys? No. You can be right both ways. It's just timing. You know when. What levels are you expecting? What are your targets? So it just. You know, trust the higher time frame, play your probabilities, not what you see actually printing money wise, right? Play the probability. And don't panic if price is moving against you. I mean, you're still ahead here until you get closures that are against you. And we did get a closure here on the hourly against us, but then it said, hey, no top wick, and look what the hourly did, exactly what we wanted to. It made a top wick and came back down and closed bearish, right? That's what we expected. We said it when the previous hourly closed. We also said, remember on the 30 when we closed bullish, we're going to need to break the previous 30 highs to grab orders in order to come down. It did that, and then it came down and reflect. So if it's doing everything we expect it to do in order for our position to work out, why would we panic understanding it's doing what we need it to do? Yeah, it's driving against us, but we needed to do this in order to come back down, right? So adjust. Yo, I'm going to have so many more questions for you, Javier and Eddie, on the future side. But not too many, because I think I'll adjust pretty quickly, and pretty soon we'll have just futures charts up here.
Yeah, you'll get it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I got driving pretty quickly.
Yeah, I
Learned
went
how to
right
drive
into
real
it
quick.
without research. I just went
Yeah,
straight to 11.
you'll pick it up quick, bro.
I completely forgot I had a position open.
I said, whatever mistakes I'll make it live.
Yeah.
That'll be the first of many weeks.
No. I never forget I have positions open. I just forgot I'm trading both futures and forex. I just forgot because, like, I got to switch the terminals and all that, like, between different pages. I need more screens. Take notes and share the knowledge. Yeah, I think eventually, like, a lot of people, that's what they're going to do here, right? After, because you spend 3, 4 years, 5 years here. It's like, after some time, it's like I got to pass on what I know because I think I've picked up everything here. Right? So, yeah. I think that's our stream chat, because we didn't close below here. I mean, that was it. This is what we wanted. We wanted to get down to 40, understanding that this is where price will make a decision. Now, this is your motion now playing out. Remember I said there's no motion, no zucchini yet. It needs to happen in order for price to move, and now you just got your motion. So, you know, looking for buys here is not a bad idea as long as you get a bullish, strong bullish closure, bottom wick to 39. Very similar to what happened here. Right, as I pointed before, remember, look at this bottom wick where it came down before it drove up. So very similar. You're going to need this bullish closure and probably a bottom wick to this area. Bullish closure above here, bottom wick to this area, and you're probably looking like you're good to go up after creating this little, right, head and shoulders looking thing. If this is what happens, bottom wick. All right. Let historical price data tell you what's most likely to happen. It doesn't have to happen looking like this, but it's got to do that. It's got to find a support. It's got to tap the previous support below it and come back up in range. All right, gang. That's our session. 2 W's tonight. We sat through a little bit of a sweat, but we are still in the top 2% of traders for the day. Okay, as we got wins, and I believe the statistics are somewhere around only the top 2% of traders walk out a winner at the end of the day. Wow, small trade this morning, couple of small trades this evening, but a W nonetheless. Gang, I'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place, 8 p.m. Eastern, live here on YouTube. Mods, thank you so much for helping me run the stream. As always, I really appreciate it. I really appreciate you guys supporting. Same thing goes for Zoom. Thank you guys for showing up. Everybody on cam, Javier, Eddie, Bougie, Sel, Santos, Jacob was here earlier. Shout out to him. And love and wisdom to you all, chat. Thank you guys for showing up. That's my time. And just like that, another Asian session is in the books. Good night, everybody.